Today's lecture will cover the remaining two methods of depreciation, the constant percentage method and the sinking fund method. Constant percentage method. The constant percentage method is also known as the declining balance method. In this method, it is assumed that the property will lose its value by a constant percentage of its value at the beginning of every year. The formula for finding annual depreciation using the constant percentage method is given below. Annual depreciation constant D equals 1 minus S divided C whole rise to 1 by N. N equals life of property in years. N equals life of property in years. S scrap value. C original cost. The value of the property of the depreciated cost at the end of the first year, C1, equals C, DC. The value of the property at the end of the second year, C2, equals C1, DC1. The value of the property or the depreciated cost at the end of the M years equals C multiplied by S divided by C whole rise to M by N. Graphically it can be expressed as follows. The graph illustrates that depreciation charges decrease over time, with higher charges in the earlier years. Let's consider a machine that has an initial cost, or original cost, of Rs 50,000. We're going to calculate the depreciated cost at the end of 7 years. The salvage value of the machine, which is the estimated value of the machine at the end of its useful life, is given as 20,000 rupees. We're also told that the useful life of the machine is 18 years. In this scenario, we're using the constant percentage method for calculating depreciation. This method assumes that the value of the machine decreases evenly over its life. The formula for the value of the property at the end of a certain number of years using the straight line method is annual depreciation constant D equals 1 minus S divided C whole rise to M by N, where C is the original cost, S is the scrap value, M is the number of years, and N is the life of the property in years. Substituting the given values into the formula, we get equals 93,600 rupees. This means that the value of the machine after 7 years of depreciation is 93,600 rupees. Finally, we can calculate the depreciated cost at the end of 7 years by subtracting the value of the machine after 7 years from the original cost. Equals 250,000 minus 93600 equals 156,400 rupees. So, the depreciated cost of the machine at the end of 7 years is 156,400 rupees. Next problem. A temporary shed has been constructed for Rs 12,000. Assume its salvage value at the end of the 6 years as 3,000 rupees. Determine the amount of depreciation and book value for each year by the constant percentage method. Given details are: original cost equals 12,000. Repair cost equals 0. Scrap value equals 3,000. Life in years equals 6 year. Annual depreciation constant equals 1 minus scrap value divided by original cost whole rise 1 by n. The formula for annual depreciation constant equals 1 minus scrap value divided by original cost whole rise 1 by n. Therefore D equals 0.2064. The table shows age in years depreciation, total depreciation, ending book value. The first column represents the age. The second column represents depreciation. The value of depreciation for year 1 is the value of the asset multiplied by the annual depreciation. Similarly, the second year depreciation value is the book value of year 1 multiplied by the annual depreciation constant. Year 1 equals 12,000 multiplied by 0.2064 equals 2,477. Year 2 equals 9523 multiplied by 0.2064 equals 1965. Year 3 equals 7558 multiplied by 0.2064 equals 1560. And so on for subsequent years. The total depreciation column represents the cumulative depreciation up to the current year. It's the sum of the depreciation values for all previous years. For example, year 1 equals 2,477. Year 2 equals 2,477 plus 1965 equals 4,442. Year 3 equals 4,442 plus 1,560 equals 6,002. And so on for subsequent years. The ending book value column shows the remaining value of the asset after accounting for depreciation. It's calculated as follows. Ending book value equals initial value minus total depreciation. For year 1, ending book value equals 12,000 minus 2,477 equals 9,523. For year 2, ending book value equals 12,000 minus 4,442 equals 7,558. And so on for subsequent years. Thank you everyone. In our next class, we will be exploring the concept of depreciation using the sinking fund method.